Let's see. Am I going live? I have a bunch of notifications, and it looks like I am live. Awesome. Okay, I hope my audio is better this time because it was super low last time, and I had to fix that in post. Here, let me check right here with my headphones. Oh yeah, sounds good. All right, hearing you loud and clear. All right. Welcome back to PunPastor. Wearing a shirt today that my wife got me for Father's Day. Even though our baby isn't here yet, she's still so wonderful and considers me a father. I'm so happy to be here. Wow, things are kind of messy. I just realized that I got blankets and boxes back here and bins right there. Wow. Okay. We are still mid-move. We're coming up towards the end, which is great. But there's still a little bit of chaos. It wouldn't be moving if there wasn't always some chaos involved. But I have those boxes right there, or that box right there, is actually part of a weightlifting set that we got for Amazon Prime Day, which finally arrived, and the rest of it is upstairs. And the cool thing about lifting weights is that you can build up muscle. The bad thing about ordering those weights in the mail is you have to figure out a way to get them out onto your balcony when you are not able to lift that heavy of a weight yet. So I'll figure it out. It's really not that bad. But today I wanted to build some Bible characters in D&D. It seems like there was some pretty good interaction with our video on navigating being a Christian and what the Bible says with D&D, drawing the line between fantasy and reality, and really discerning what is right or wrong for you. Because if that's something that is going to draw you farther away from God, then you probably should not do it. But if you are able to draw that line between fantasy and reality, it has a lot of positive benefits, and it's really fun. And you can build community, and it's great. So I'm going to load up D&D Beyond here because I am super unprepared for this stream. I had like Bible verses and stuff pulled up for the last one. But I am not prepared for this one. I did, however, make some notes on some Bible characters that we're going to build today. So I will pull up that note. D&D Bible builds. Here we go. And come on, expand. There we go. And will you increase? Yeah. All right. Command plus for the win. All right. Got that. Okay, and bear with me as I adjust some stuff here. Hey, D&D Beyond. And let's go ahead and a little more. Uno más. Hey, there we go. All right. That seems to fill up the screen pretty well. I got my notes over on the side. We are going to go all the way from the Old Testament to the New Testament today with some of these builds. Let's see. I'm actually going to switch myself over to this side, and then we will be good. Does that make sense? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll go down here. Yeah, I like that. We'll see. So I am going to go to this campaign that I put together all the way down at the bottom here, called it Bible Bros. We are only building men today. Maybe another time we will build women because there are some pretty badass stories about women in the Bible that I think get overlooked. And so I want to say that I acknowledge and appreciate those women in the Bible. The Bible, however, is dominantly male characters, or I should say predominantly male characters, because the other one sounded a little weird. But anyway, it's predominantly male characters. However, that does not diminish the role of women in the Bible. And if you disagree with me, then we can fight. And that's just going to be that. But wait for me to get my weights from downstairs and get a little buff first. Okay, so that was bad. Okay, so we are going to add some characters here. And so I am going to create an unassigned character here. And we are going to start off with our first character. I'm going to uncheck homebrew like I usually do for my characters, but I leave that open for my players. And we are first, looking at my list here, we are going to build Adam. He will be our first person on our list. And I like to add a little emoji to each of my characters. So I'm pulling up messages here, even though that's not going to show on the stream for obvious reasons. I'm going to select an emoji, and I am going to give him a nice little apple, because Adam done messed up, and he ate an apple from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now that story may be literal, maybe metaphorical. I don't know. Let's choose a portrait later. But it probably wasn't an apple. It just was a fruit. But we'll see. Let's see. Adam was a human. But I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Yeah, I'll go ahead and choose human for all of these because they're human. That makes sense. Human. Human. Oh, actually, there's some special humans here that I should probably look at. Let's see. We have the mark of handling human. I think this is going to work well. So I'm going to choose the mark of handling human. Let's see. Wisdom increases by 2, and let's increase Constitution, I think. And language, we are going to scroll down and choose Sylvan. And you can probably see where this is going. Our class is going to be Druid. Adam is first put in charge of, I believe, naming all of the animals in the book of Genesis. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's give him some optional features here so that he can get that wild companion. And basically went through, identified, named all the animals and whatnot. I don't know if he named them. I can't remember actually. But he definitely went through all the animals and was like, there's no suitable helper here. And so God was like, bam, here's a woman. That is a direct quote from the Bible. But he's going to be a shepherd because he cares for the animals. And Speech of the Woods. Oh, and you already get Sylvan, so I'm going to go back and change that. Let's see, is there anything higher here that, let's see, Mighty Summoner, get more hit points, Guardian Spirit, Faithful Summons. There's really not too much here. Adam doesn't do a ton in the Bible, other than being the first dude, and then definitely getting it on with Eve. He doesn't do much, so we're probably going to leave him at level 2 here, because I definitely want him to be a shepherd druid. How much higher would I have to go for the summoner? Level 6? Magical. Yeah, sure. I'll throw the first man a bone and make him level 6. All right. Before we do our proficiencies, let's go ahead and edit our abilities. Wisdom is going to be number 1, and we like nice even numbers. Let's see, yeah, Constitution will be number 2. We'll see if we bump that up a little more. Let's see, he doesn't need much charisma because there was only a couple of people. We'll do Dexterity for the armor, and we'll do Well, let's see. He did farming, so we'll give him a 12 there. Yeah, sure. What the heck? I don't usually like dumping charisma, but we'll go ahead and do it. What the heck? There's only 2 people in the story. Let's see. What did I put on my note for his background? Yes, that makes sense. We are going to make him a hermit. EFGH. Welcome to my spelling stream. So he'll get medicine, religion. Let's see. There's no farming tools in here, but let's see if we can find something close. There's cartography, has to do with the land. Cooking, maybe. Maybe he played a musical instrument. I don't know. I don't think we saw that. Poisoner's kit would be interesting. Interesting nod to the apple in this story. Yeah, why don't we go ahead and go with that, because we're going to say that was a poison apple. And we're going to go ahead and take Sylvan off of here. And let's give them some other Fae. Fae languages. Elvish, and where are you? Gnomish. Those are typically Fae related. Okay, and we got that. Let's get some proficiencies up in here. Animal handling is a must. And let's see, insights is pretty low. He got tricked. And we'll go ahead with survival. And then for an ability score improvement, we'll just go ahead and bump up wisdom. And I'm not going to dive too deep into spells, but I will go ahead and click through and see if there is some stuff that would be applicable. Druidcraft for the farming, guidance for, guiding humanity. I don't know. Let's see, is there anything else that looks good here? Mold earth for farming. That's another good one, sure. And then let's just scroll through. I'm actually gonna, okay. We'll go through bit by bit. Animal friendship. Great. Awesome. Beast bond. Let's look. Speak with animals. Don't need that. Have a feature that does that already. Animal messenger. That sounds cool. Beast sense as well. You might hear my wife coming down the stairs. Because this microphone is maybe pretty sensitive. I don't know, because I bumped up the volume. We'll see. Locate animals and plants. Hey, let me pull up the stream here. Hey. Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. Oh, ooh, hot. Sorry. Oh, it's okay.
Hi.
Bye. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye.
All right. That was my wife, Sandy. I love her very much. I made this coffee in a rush, and I left it on our Keurig. I talked about coffee in the last stream and how we didn't have any. And then we got a housewarming gift of a Keurig machine. I left it on the Keurig because I was a couple minutes late to starting the stream. And so let's see. Let's click back over. I'm gonna look at the live stream right now. Okay, cool. Just making sure that we're still going. Going to then continue with our build. Let's see. We located some animals and plants. Let's see. Spike growth. How many spells do I have left? Yeah, sure. Let's get some spike growth, because spike growth and plant growth is a pretty awesome combination in D&D, and I can't help but metagame just a little bit. Conjure animals. I'm going for all the animal themed things here. Speak with plants. That sounds hilarious. So I'm going to do that. And today, yep, there's plant growth. Awesome. Anything else? That sounds good. We are looking pretty good. All right. You know what? Just because we're at 9, I'm going to go ahead and pick up another spell. Sure, we'll create or destroy water. We'll consider that like watering plants. Who knows? All right. So that is Adam. We're going to look at some different character icons here, and I'm going to zoom in because that is impossible to see. We need just like a super basic looking dude. I don't know. Yeah, this guy looks like an Adam, maybe. Yeah, kind of just grizzly. He got his wife beater going here. Goatin'. It's goatin' good. All right, that was bad. Let's see. How does that look on stream? That looks pretty good. All right, why don't we zoom in just a little bit more? Oh, nope, that's not gonna work. Is that too much? Too much? Oh no, actually, that's pretty good. It might have been too small before, so we'll see. We'll see. Let's do some equipment. We'll give him a wooden shield. Scimitars are good for farming, I think. And let's give him a wooden staff for walking, because he lives to be pretty old. So this is going to be Adam. Let's go ahead and equip his stuff so he's ready to get on out and be kicked out of the Garden of Eden for being a bad boy. All right, that's bad. Okay, and here is Adam, our shepherd druid, taking care of the aminals. He is ready to go. We are going to move right along. Let's see. I'll check out his spells and stuff first. It's pretty good. I'm pretty proud. I would play this character. It's pretty good. All right. And I think because he's a handling human, he gets to add a D4 to animal handling checks. So shout out to my animal handlers. Best skill in D&D. Let's go ahead and go back here so that we can claim Adam. Yeah, all right. Adam is in. Let's go ahead and look at our next character, Noah. Noah is going to be fun. Let's create another unassigned character. Shout out to my boat builders out there. Let's see. There we go. Uncheck homebrew. Got to get that Minecraft content, you know. This is going to be Noah. And what is Noah known for? Let's find an emoji of a boat. Let's see. Let's pick a good boat. Do we want the big boat? Nah. Let's give him a little boat. A little speedboat. How about that? If you need a boat builder, I know a guy. Okay. We are going to make Noah a human, because these are all humans. Let's see. Human, learning how to spell. Why don't I just search for human? Wow, that was so easy. And we are actually going to make him a mark of making human, because I forgot that these Eberron humans existed. Let's see, intelligence increases by 2, and let's go ahead and bump up constitution, because we don't want these people dying. Let's see. I'll go ahead and decide the languages in a little bit. Proficiency with an artisan's tool. Let's go ahead and come back to that, because we are actually going to make Noah an artificer. He is going to be able to get some proficiencies already. We are going to make him an artillerist, and this is a fun take on Noah, because obviously he didn't have any eldritch cannons, but who knows? Maybe this version of Noah's Ark, he can have a flamethrower. I don't know. Or maybe he'll protect the Ark with a Force Ballista or the Protector. I don't know. But we are going to jump over to the description here. And I just unlocked this background, so we're going to see how it goes. He's going to be a shipwright. Yeah. I'll patch it. If you have carpenter's tools and wood, you can perform repairs on your boats. And he's proficient with those carpenter's tools and water vehicles. I think that makes sense. Let's see. Now, Noah does talk with God in kind of an indirect sort of way. So why don't we go ahead and have him speak Celestial, just for making it D&D-ified. Let's give him some abilities. I prefer point by, intelligence number 1, constitution number 2, dexterity for armor. And let's see, he built the boats, so I guess we'll give strength. And let's see, he wasn't very good at convincing people he was right. So we'll dump charisma again. I usually dump strength, almost always dump strength. So this is pretty crazy for me, guys. We're seeing some growth here. Artificers don't have any optional features. I will show you. Yep. Proficiencies. Let's go ahead. Let's give you. Oh man, I'm not really liking these options. So let's go ahead and just overwrite our background ones, and then we'll choose an artisan's tool. Man, you really just need the wood tools. I don't know. Let's mason's tools is pretty close. Maybe you need some stonework, and maybe you had to smith some things. Maybe. Oh wait. Oh, okay, yeah, carpentry tools. Okay, all right. Awesome. Let's go back to the description to pick up our skills. It may seem like I've done this before. It's because I have. I've built probably, I don't know, 500 to 700 D&D characters, because they all end up as NPCs. Let's see. Insight. I don't know. And I chose animal handling for obvious reasons. He loads up all those animals on the ark. But he's intelligence based. So why don't we go with nature? I think that makes sense. All right. And let's give him some infusions. We're going to keep it pretty simple because I don't want to be here all day. Artificers have a ton of options for their infusions. So let's go ahead and we're going to replicate a magic item. And we are going, you know what? I love the alchemy jug because you got to get your booze somewhere on the ark, and there's not really any taverns around because they're all flooded. And we're actually going to replicate another magic item. These are two of my top picks for the artificer. A bag of holding to hold all of your things that you need for your trip. I wasn't planning on doing all this, but you know what? Now I'm getting some ideas. I'm gonna get the handy spice pouch for when you need your spices on the ark. And you know what? Let's go ahead and maybe we'll do the homunculus servant. Appearance, yeah, birds. Yeah, mechanical looking birds, because he sends out the birds to be like, hey, go find if there's land, and some of them don't come back, and that's sad. But then one does with an olive branch, and then he sends it out again, and actually, now I'm getting a little fuzzy. I think I tripped myself up. Some of them don't come back, one of them does, and then he's like, cool, there's land out there, and then everyone's like, yay, and then they have to wait for the water to go down, and it's kind of awkward because they were already rained on for 40 days and 40 nights. But anyway, this is Noah. We are going to give him some spells. Let's see. Guidance is always good, and mending. Mending makes a lot of sense. Yep. All right, and we are going to get some spells up in here. I don't know. Sanctuary, that makes sense. Floating disk to hold some tools. Identify because it spells of the mark. And I don't know, detect magic because we picked up identify. I don't know. Let's see, abilities, description. Let's pick a portrait for Noah. It's got to be an old dude. He was super old. That's an old dude. We could go with that. I think this dude is too old. Let's see. Are there any other old dudes that would work better? I like this guy. This guy looks grumpy. I would be grumpy too. Oh, this guy looks... Oh, this guy looks sad. He's trapped on a boat for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm going with that guy. Or maybe... well, there's a lot of good old dudes. I haven't used this guy before, so I'm going to go with him. Yeah, that looks like Noah. Let's give him some stuff. 2 simple weapons. Let's give you a quarterstaff. And... I don't know. Let's see. Anything that makes sense. Dagger. Sure, what the heck. And then we'll give him some scale mail because we got that 14 dexterity. What happens there? Reconnection successful. Awesome. Hopefully that didn't mess up the stream. Did it? Not that I can see. All right, so let's go ahead and equip. There should really be like an equip all button in the character builder. That would be awesome. All right, and let's check out our build of Noah. Noah is a level 3 artificer. He has some faithfulness in God, but essentially he builds a boat and then rides that boat. So this is Noah. He's going to be good at building stuff, and that's about it. He gets a magic weapon. That's cool, and he gets some cannons for his boat. Awesome. Let's see. We're gonna move right along. We're gonna jump further in the book of Genesis because Genesis has heck of people. We are going to build Jacob, aka Israel. So let's go ahead and go back to our Bible Bros. Let's claim Noah. And I have a notification from YouTube. Watch Aztec Live in 30 minutes. Cool. My friend is streaming. And let's go ahead and create an unassigned character. Okay. So, we are going to check all our boxes. I'm getting texts from work. Everyone's saying I'll be there. I need to check this real quick. Okay, awesome. That is good. I'm not fired. All right, we are going to build Jacob, and he's also known as Israel. Now, this guy is who the nation of Israel is named after, because he has a crazy number of kids. Is it this? Yeah, I believe this guy has a crazy number of kids. And then they go on to become the nations of Israel. He actually has like 13 children, but he's also listed in the Bible. It's like Jacob and his 12 children. That's because one of them is a daughter, and the Bible is kind of sexist just because of the time that it was written in. But I think it's important to note that there was 13 children there. 12 sons went on to create the 12 tribes of Israel. So we are going to let's see, is there like a family tree sort of thing here? Let's see. Or maybe an Israeli flag. We could do that, right? Is that? Sure, that's not over the line or anything. Israeli flag, Jacob /Israel. He's renamed after he wrestles with God. And that might give you a hint as to where we are going with this. So we are going to, once again, use the search bar for human. And is there anything that we want to do here? Sentinel, handling, finding. Let's go with a variant human. We're going to do a variant human, and we are going to get a feat. And I would go with the grappler feat, right? If it was any good. But we are actually going to scroll down. He's going to be a tavern brawler. And we'll increase our constitution. And we will increase... let's go with charisma and strength over here. I like doing the 3+1s. We'll come back to the proficiency and the language. For the class, he is going to be a barbarian, because he wrestles with God, and that's pretty crazy. And let's go ahead and make sure that he can get his reckless attack, because he's kind of wild and gets his hip dislocated. I think we're not going to do the optional features. We're going to leave him at Barbarian 2. We're going to add some level of fighter. And we're actually going to have 3 levels so that he can be a battle master. Where are you? Battle master? Battle master. Hey, I know how to read. He's also going to get the unarmed fighting style so that he can get those sweet, sweet punches. Punching Jesus right in the face. Hey, you get an artisan tool. Let's see. What does he do? He's like a farmer or something. And oh, you know what? He brings his dad some soup, so he's gonna have some cooked utensils. I think his mom makes his soup, but it's fine. He steals his brother's blessing, which is pretty messed up. But that's actually why we're also going to bump his charisma. So let's see. He is going to get grappling strike. I think you can already do that as a bonus action, but now he can add the die to his athletics check. And let's go ahead. Let's do a trip attack, and let's see, pushing attack, because that all seems very good. And interesting note about D&D, if it says with a weapon attack, unarmed strikes count as that. But if it says attack with a weapon, that is different. Unarmed strikes do not count. Same thing with melee attack. All right. So that's good. Optional features, fighting styles, even though it's already there. And I think we're just going to leave him there. He's going to be level 5. And so we will go ahead and increase some stuff here. Got strength and constitution and charisma. And then let's go ahead. He's not the smartest, but he is like, oh, hey, my brother Esau's coming. Let me run away. And so we'll go ahead and spread that out pretty nicely. Okay, I forgot to do this part. We are going to make him... Did I put... Nope, I did not give him a background. So let's go ahead and make him an athlete, because I think that makes sense. And he'll get some languages. I don't know. They're like out in the wilderness. And so let's pick some wilderness. So maybe Leonin. And let's see. We'll also... were there elephants? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, let's give him Loxodon. Because we're throwing everything out the window here. All right. Proficiencies from the barbarian. Sure. Animal handling and survival. Makes sense, I think. And luckily we don't have any spells, but let's go ahead and pick up our extra skill. We are going to do deception, because that is how he gets his birthrights. Fun fact about the head of the nation of Israel. All right, let's pick a guy who looks like he's deceptive. I'm going to steal from his brother and then run away. That guy looks kind of shady, not going to lie. This guy, oh, yep, that guy looks extremely untrustworthy. I think that might be good. I think I would choose this guy for Esau, but let's see. Oh, he's also supposed to be clean shaven. That was a big part of it. So let me go with this guy. This guy doesn't have any hair. He was said to be very, very smooth, like a baby's bottom. Okay, I don't know why I said it like that. All right, here is Jacob, aka Israel. We'll go ahead and do we want to give him a great axe? I don't know. Is there something else that might be better? Reading is fun. Reading is good. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's really calling out to me. So I'm just gonna go with the great axe and the hand axes. And let's give him a leather ball and a lucky charm. They're after me, Lucky Charms. I can't do an Irish accent. My friend Blake could. I miss Blake. All right. And we don't need 2 hand axes equipped, so we're going to leave that. And here is the father of many nations. Just kidding, that's Abraham. But Jacob is Abraham's grandson. So here he is. He's got a bunch of hit points, level 5. And we are going to be careful of his unarmed strikes, because he has 3 different damage die that he could use. But he will come at you with those 1d8 plus 3 bludgeoning damage, and then try to grapple you, deal some extra damage as a Battlemaster fighter, and he gets advantage on his checks thanks to being a barbarian. All right, let's go ahead and jump back to our Bible Bros. We are going to claim him, and we will look at building our next character, Moses. We are coming up towards the end of Genesis, beginning of Exodus. I'm still getting some text messages. I'm trying to not let my ADHD get in the way. That's good. Plowing through these. So we have, I'll check these off, Adam, Noah, Jacob, and now we are going to create an unassigned character for your boy Moses. Moses is the one who brings the Israelites out of captivity in Egypt, because they have a pretty good relationship with Egypt at one point. And then Joseph passes away, and he was kind of the person of peace, the go-between between the Israelites and Egypt. And things get a little dicey, because they're like, wow, here's a lot of Israelite people. We need to enslave them before they overthrow us. Moses is known for some pretty cool things. But the 10 plagues being responsible and be like, let my people go. And then God sends plagues. And then finally he's like, okay, you can have your people. That's cool. And so one of the things that we talked about in the last stream was actually when Moses and Aaron, I think it was Aaron's staff that got turned into a snake. And so we're gonna do that. And that's gonna represent our plagues there. And so this is going to be Moses. He was floating down the river, and they didn't know at first that he was an Israelite, but anyone who figured out was probably in denial. I don't even know if it was the Nile River. Was it the Nile River? I don't know. Hey, cool. I'm floating. Okay, there we go. We are going, surprise, surprise, to make him a human. Let's see. And he's a mark of passage human. That makes sense. Because he leads them through the Red Sea, I believe. Red Sea? I think so. Okay. Dexterity. And let me look at my notes here. Okay, we will increase wisdom. And let's see if there is anything here that is similar to Egyptian. I don't know. He talks to a burning bush, so let's go with primordial. Okay, this is celestial. Yeah, let's go with celestial. No, I like primordial better because he parts the sea, and he's got the bush, and the plagues, and pillar of fire, pillar of cloud, just a cloud. I don't know. Moses does stuff with nature, so he's gonna be a druid, right? Yeah. And we are going to give him some optional features here. And let's go ahead and give him a druid circle. And he is going to be a coast druid, because I think they get some pretty tasty spells. Let's see, coast. What we really need is control water. And so he's going to be level 7. So that he can part the sea. Alright. Hey, in difficult terrain, cost you an extra movement. Hey, this is working out pretty well. I very vaguely planned these. And so it is it's cool to see that they're working out. Okay, wisdom is going to be number 1. We'll make dexterity number 2. Gotta get that constitution, but charisma has to be good. And let's see, can we do that? Hey, okay. Don't really need intelligence and don't really need strength. Yeah, so I think this works out well. I don't mind taking the 2 negative stats, but we get to have 3 14s and a 16, so I like that. We'll go ahead, we'll do our ability score improvement first. Increase that wisdom as a druid. We'll scroll back up and go to the background, and he's going to be a folk hero because he's well known among the people. Oh, he gets another artisan's. What is with these artisan's tools, man? I have to choose this on every character. Stone mason, maybe. I don't know. Maybe a weaver. Yeah, let's go with the weaver's tools. No, that's for clothes. That's not for weaving baskets. I don't know. I don't know anymore, guys. Let's see. Cartographer's tools, because he gets everyone lost, and it actually takes them 40 years wandering in the desert before they get to go into the promised land, and Moses doesn't even actually get to go there. Okay, so we are going to, let's get like a rugged sort of guy that we haven't used yet. That guy's kind of rugged. Let's see. Is there anyone else? Anyone else at all? I don't know. I just made that up. I don't know. This is taking so long. Let's go with this guy. Do we have that guy already? Did we pick that guy already? I don't know anymore. Let's pick someone else. Moses. I almost said Noah. This is the fun part about playing a human, is because humans have sex with every other race in D&D. There's literally a bajillion different types of humans. And that's how you get half elves and half orcs and half somethings. Oh yeah, dragonborns and tieflings and Azamar. And okay. Now we're just gonna go with it. Whatever. Okay, I'll fix it later if I messed up. Okay. Do I have anything else under the race I need to pick? No, I don't. Okay. Class. Proficiencies. Let's go ahead and give you... sure, insights and perception. Because he could see the things coming. And he knew that Pharaoh's heart was hard. We'll go ahead and give you guidance as your bonus cantrip, so that we can just get that out of the way. Add some spells pretty quickly, so that we aren't here all day. Sure, control create bonfire and control flames. Why not? And where's shape water? Yeah, that's good. Oh man, okay. I'm going to take off control flames because he doesn't actually control the flames, because I want to get Shillelagh because he hits a rock and water comes out, and that's pretty cool. Okay. Let's see. Create or destroy water. That's another good one. Falkland, jump, long strider to get through the sea. I don't know. And a Westerner, continual flame. I think that makes sense with the pillar of fire. I'm not seeing any plaguish stuff here. That's the only thing. I was going back and forth of making him a spore druid, but I don't know. I think the control water is more important. Let's give him protection from the plagues. Wow, this is really difficult actually to pick these spells. Let's see. Freedom of the Waves sounds like a Noah thing. Noah. I said Noah. I did it. Moses. Oh, man. Tidal wave. Yeah. Water breathing, water walk. Wall of water. Let's just give him all the water stuff. That makes sense. Control water is already there because that's the point. Divination. To speak with God. Okay. Sure, we'll do stone shape and watery sphere. Why not? Oh, I have one more? Alright, wall of fire. I miscounted. Alright, I think that is it for this build. We'll give him the wooden shield. And sure, we'll give him a scimitar and a wooden staff. And I forgot what cartographer's tools. So that he can say, hey, we're lost. Not much help finding our way, because we're actually listening to the direction that God has us going, but we all done messed up, so we're not going to the promised land. Shout out to Joshua, who I believe we're not doing a character build for, but he did make it into the promised land. All right, here's Noah. Noah. Oh, I did it again. Moses. He's going to be able to zoom through that Red Sea, plus 10 from Long Strider. And he's going to be able to cast some pretty cool water spells. Let's start water. Water. Shape water. Create or destroy water. Wall of water. Water breathing. Water walk. Control water. Watery sphere. Lots of water. Let's get him through that sea and out and into the wilderness. Let's go ahead and officially add Moses into our Bible Bros. Aha! I did not repeat the image. He's right there. Different guy. Probably. Maybe. We'll see. Checking off Moses. We're now going to jump much farther ahead, and the Israelites will now be in the Promised Land. And so we are going to build Samson, who is a judge. Let's go ahead and create an unassigned character. If you hear the door opening, that's either my wife coming home, our landlord, or I'm about to get robbed. It's my wife. I'm about to get robbed. How'd it go?
It went great. Well, I don't have the book.
Oh. So it didn't go great.
No, I'm still happy.
Oh, well, that's good. She went to take a book back to the library and did not get to keep it. She was trying to keep it because she did not finish it.
No, I didn't.
She has a good excuse. We were moving. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's look at my notes. We're building Samson. Samson, son of Sam. And Samson is known for being a strong dude and also not very insightful. So we need to make sure he doesn't pick up insight because he tells some riddles that have no answers. And he hooks up with a prostitute who then steals his strength by cutting his hair. But the thing that he's known for is his strength for the most part, and then he gets blind at the end, and so we'll see if that comes into play. Let's give him some muscle. Yeah, get that muscle emoji going here. Using that skin tone because that's my skin tone, and so that's the default. I'm probably whiter than that, but who cares? So we're gonna go with human. Yeah, and let's go ahead. Man, I can't. Sure, we'll go with variant human. I have a feat in mind. Let's see. Make sure. Yeah, okay. We are going to get constitution and strength. And our feet. We're going to scroll down, and he is going to be tough. Samson is tough. He is going to be a barbarian, and I think this rage is really the key thing here, because he gets really angry at the end of his life, and pulls down, I think it's a temple, all the pillars in a temple, and then everyone dies, including him. It's pretty crazy, pretty bloody and violent. That's what the Book of Judges is really. It's like, hey, these people listen to God, kind of. And then they make a lot of bad decisions. And so we are going to make him at least level 3 because he is very hard to kill. He's going to be a zealot. Also because he follows God, and so he'll get some radiant damage to add to things. And it'll be easier to raise to life. Let's see. Focus. Reroll saving throw. Advantage on initiative rolls. Zealous presence. I do like the battle cry because he did yell at the end here. This might be our highest level guy. Rage beyond death. While raging, 0 points is not. Okay, he does not rage beyond death. And so that's where we have to start. Let's see. Also, okay, so we are going to stop at level 10 because he does indeed die somewhat easily, being crushed by a building. You get some primal knowledge. Okay, so I got to give him some credit. Being crushed by a building is pretty crazy. We're gonna bump these up pretty high. Let's see. He gets a chick to marry him, but then she runs away with someone else. I don't know. Oh yeah, we'll give him some charisma, and no wisdom, no intelligence, and we'll go ahead and give him 10 in dexterity. He is going to be an outlander. Got to scroll down and remember how to spell, because he comes from the wilderness, and he's like, hey, there's a lion with some honey in it. And then he eats it. He eats the honey. and then he gives them to his parent. I don't. It's a little crazy. He's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Hey now, you're an all-star. Let's see. Oh, he gets a musical instrument. Let's give him a drum. That makes sense. That's nice and easy for him to play. We'll give him Leonin because he's like, hey, there's a lion. And let's see. I need another one. Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll give him Celestial because his mom is like, I'm never gonna cut his hair. Please make him a good boy. And so he has a pretty tight, interesting relationship with God. Maybe some nice flowing locks. He probably wasn't blonde, but that's a good option. Let's see. Is there anyone with long hair other than that blonde dude? Shout out to all those images of like a blonde hair, blue-eyed Jesus. That doesn't make any sense. He was Middle Eastern, guys. It really doesn't work. Long hair dude. We got nothing that I'm seeing here. I can see that. I can see that as Samson. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with that. Samson and his long, luscious locks. Is that it? Is that really it? Oh, proficiencies. Hey, that might be good. He already has athletics. I'll give him some animal handling. Even though he's not very wise, he is good at some of that stuff. We'll give him intimidation. And let's see. We'll just pick up these other skills that he gets. Nature. All right, and he is known for his strength. So we will go ahead and bump his strength. And we will go ahead and bump it again. This is going to be the first character that we have in our Bible Bros that is going to have a 20 in one of their ability scores. And he gets a bonus skill. Let's see. What is going to make sense? Maybe persuasion? Question mark? Medicine. Yeah, okay, let's go with persuasion. Alright. He does tell a riddle that has no answer, but he's very easily convinced to give up the answer. And then he kills a bunch of people, and he ties some foxes together. It's very strange. Okay, we're just going to leave that there. Please go to the Book of Judges if you want to learn more about that. It's pretty wild. Let's see. Samson. There he is. Samson. 125 hit points at level 10. Wow. I have some characters that just barely graze 100 hit points at level 20. Samson is someone that you would not want to mess with. His rage is uncontrollable. He's got that 20 in strength, and he is going to be very hard to kill. It is only after his hair is cut that he becomes small and shrimpy, and then he drops a building on himself, and that's how he dies. So, shout out to Samson. He really brings the house down. Hey, woo! I'm on a roll today. If only I can remember the difference between Noah and Moses. All right, there he is. There's Samson. Next up, we are going to give Israel a king. And it's not going to be Saul, because he done messed up. It's going to be David. King David, one of the most popular kings in the Bible. We will create a new unassigned character. Okay, I'm going to have my editing cut out for me, y'all. This is going to be wild. King David. And you know what? I gave myself a pretty good idea there. Let's go ahead and find him a little crown emoji, because he is a king. Doop. King David. All right, King David is going to be, wait for it, a human. And David's actually good at a lot of things. And so I could make him a handling human because he does, he does fight off a lion, I believe. Or a bear? Was it a bear? I think it was a bear this time. Or I could make him a regular human. Let's go with the handling human. I like these upper on races. He's going to be a handling human. Let's go ahead and look and see what I scouted out here. And that's going to be a shout out. Let's see. He fights some Philistines. He's going to speak giants so that he can communicate with Goliath. Let's see. Wisdom increases by 2. Let's go ahead and increase his dexterity. And, oh, hey, the bigger they are. Target a beast from instruction. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, sure. What the heck? It kind of works. All right. Let's go ahead and do his abilities first, actually, this time. We are going to bump up his dexterity and actually his charisma as well. And then we are going to, let's see, let's put a 12 here so that's pretty even. Give him some constitution. And he's, again, not the smartest and not the strongest. He uses a sling. And so that is not a strength-based weapon. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's make him, there's not really a farmer background. There's a fisher. It's not really the same. I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to make him a noble because he is a king eventually. Yes. Yes. And he gets another language. Let's give him, he talks to God. So we'll give him Celestial. And he gets a gaming set. It's very, very kingly to have a chess set, I think. Maybe. Let's find him a nice noble image. David. Man after God's own heart. Also done messed up a whole bunch. Got a guy killed and then hooked up with that guy's wife. Not the greatest. Also, his kids had tons and tons of problems. Let's go with this guy. He looks very noble. It might be more of like a King Saul sort of person, but we're not building King Saul, are we? Let's go ahead and jump over to the class now. This is where it gets interesting, because we are going to make him a let's see, what do I want to start with? We'll go ahead and start with Rogue. We're going to take him back to his roots a little bit. And he's going to be a scout so that he gets some cool proficiencies in nature and survival. Do we need anything higher here? I don't think so. And let's go ahead and give him a whole bunch of proficiencies because he's good at a lot. We'll say that he is good at, let's see, dexterity is one of his higher skills. So let's do that. Let's see. He is a king, so maybe, oh, he has persuasion already. Awesome. Maybe stealth. He does have to hide from King Saul when he's trying to get murdered. When he's trying to not get murdered. That's how you say that. We'll do some insight and maybe some intimidation. And give him some expertise. We'll go ahead and, let's see, he's king, so we'll do that, and stealth. And we'll go ahead and give him that extra feature because he does have an opportunity to kill King Saul in his sleep, but he does not. We're actually also going to give him level in Bard because he does dance and sing before the Lord, and I believe he plays a harp, aka the lyre. And he gets another skill. Let's see. Yeah, animal handling. Sure. What the heck? The question is, do we want to go all the way up to level 3? Is there a bard college that makes sense? I don't know. I may have just done one level in bard when I was planning this out. But let's go ahead and see what is available here. Could be a swords bard, maybe. Or an eloquence bard. Maybe. Swords bard, will that make sense? Medium armor. Scimitar, yeah, it's gonna make sense. And a blade flourish. Yeah, you can move around and add to your AC. Maybe slings. Maybe slings to stones. Right, attack action. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. All right, and we'll give him the dueling style so that he can use his sword and stuff like that. He gets some more expertise. We'll give him acrobatics, and we will give him maybe insights or intimidation. Oh man, that's kind of tough. We'll give him intimidation because he's like, yeah, send Uriah to the front lines. We'll give him some additional spells. And I don't think we need that. Yeah, it's only level 3. But pick some spells. Pick some spells. There's no L in the word pick. Let's see. Okay, we'll do True Strike for slinging the stuff. And True Strike is actually a good way to get advantage if you have time to prepare. I just realized it's pretty good for a rogue. Maybe there is one good use for True Strike. And we will go ahead and... Man, I really don't know at this point. Minor illusion does sound, right? Yeah, we'll make some music for ourselves while we're dancing. Let's see. We will command. Sure. We will... Oh, we can disguise self. He pretends to be a crazy person when he's wandering the wilderness. And we'll get silvery barbs, I think, just to give ourselves some more advantage. Let's see. Maybe we send an animal messenger. I could believe that. Will enhance our ability. And maybe locate object. Is it David, the Ark of the Covenant? Maybe moving. He moves the Ark of the Covenant. I don't know, but he doesn't need to find the Ark of the Covenant. That comes later. Let's see. Let's do silence so that we can be very kingly and say silence when people are talking and we want to talk, because people don't get to talk over us. And that is going to be King David. We will add some cool stuff. Let's give him a short sword and a short bow. He does fire a short bow with his buddy Jonathan. Or I guess Jonathan fires the short bow, but he probably did at some point. Let's see. He's not a burglar, so we'll have him explore a bit. And we'll start there. Equip his equipment. Put on some armor and a dagger. Well, yeah, let's put on that dagger. That makes sense. And here we are, King David. He is going to be proficient, or at least half proficient, with everything. He's good at everything, and anything that he's not good at, he is great at. Anything he is not great at, he is incredible at. And he makes some bad decisions along the way, but hey. He gets to dance and sing and throw some stones at a big old giant. That is King David. We'll go ahead and add him officially to our Bible Bros. All right, 6 down, 3 to go. Next up is going to be Daniel. Everyone else got some cool introductions. Daniel should get a cool introduction. You thought that we weren't going to build Daniel on this live stream. Nope. I'm going to take that back. If I told you that we weren't building Daniel on this live stream, I would be lying. Welcome to Midweek Mashup. Okay, shout out to Midweek Mashup on our church page. We're building Daniel, who is known for being in the lion's den and being a vegetarian. But he's a vegetarian with a purpose, not just to eat vegetables. He says that he's going to be a vegetarian, where all the other slaves that are with him, because he's a slave at this point in Babylon, King Nebuchadnezzar, everyone else gets meat and gets to bulk up on protein. And Daniel's like, nah, man, give me vegetables and God will make me more buff than anyone else. And honestly, I think that's a pretty baller move. Also, I would really miss meat. But Daniel, guess what? Is going to be a human. And we're going to go with another handling human. I think that's a common theme. I didn't intend to go with handling human on all these, but it's kind of just working out that way. And we are going to give him intelligence. Language, Leonin. Hey, I scrolled right to it. There is a god, and he is actually going to be a wizard. I learned how to use the search bar. And specifically, just so that we can scroll down here, because we did talk about wizards in the Bible, and prophets are essentially wizards. He's going to be a divination wizard, because he gets to interpret some visions, maybe. I think he's a prophet, and so he gets like visions from God and stuff. Let's see. And he will be an expert. Do we want to go to third eye? Dark vision, ethereal sight, read any language. Don't really need that. Okay, we're going to go to level 6 with Daniel. Good old Danny boy. Let's get his abilities in line first. We are going to bump his wisdom and his intelligence. Let's see. He's also strong because he eats his vegetables, and we're not going to dump Constitution. Kind of has to prove himself, so I'm not gonna to give him any charisma. The prophets were highly unliked by a lot of people, and it was really only when their prophecies came true that people were like, oh man, we probably should have listened to that prophet. Awkward. He's going to be a courtier because eventually he becomes a pretty important person. And Nebuchadnezzar is like, tell me what this means, please. I think I might be mixing him up with Joseph. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to look that up right now. Let's see. We are going to go Daniel Bible. Let's see. What does Daniel do? Ads. Daniel. Nebuchadnezzar's dream. He interprets the dream. Blazing furnace, writing on the wall. Den of lions. He gets visions on the 4 beasts. And visions on the end times. Wow. Okay. Yeah, sure. He helps out Nebuchadnezzar. So we'll go with the courtier. Let's see. He speaks some interesting languages. I don't know. Bayesian. That sounds. I don't know. Fancy, I guess. Let's go with. Just because it sounds like Babylon, a Bayesian Babylon. I don't know. And Nordmarian sounds like Nebuchadnezzar. There's a bunch of new languages that popped up that don't make any sense to me. I don't know what they're about, but they sound cool, so we'll see. Daniel, damn, Daniel, back at it again in the lion's den. That's a throwback. Let's see. He looks kind of wise, maybe. I don't know. This is tough. What does Daniel look like? I don't really have an idea. What? Sandy just said that she thinks he looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. What?
Because there was one time that I saw a picture of him in a cartoon or something, and he was wearing a really colorful cloak, and he looked like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Colorful cloak. Are you thinking of Joseph?
Oh. Joseph
is the one with the colorful cloak.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got that rainbow cloak.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Daniel Lion's Den. I like how I went to Google and then still used the search bar. Oh, he's kind of old. He's an old dude. He does have kind of a colorful cloak. I'll give you that.
He looks like old.
He's almost naked in that photo. Wow, he's just got a little loincloth and he's just chilling there. All right. Okay, yeah. So we'll find an old dude. Old prophet dude. I think there was maybe one higher up. I could just make him a literal wizard, but I'm probably not going to do that. He looks too grumpy. This guy looks too grumpy. I think we could do that. We could do... That's a pretty good old dude. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I think... Or do we want that? Nah, we're gonna go with this old dude. This is Daniel. Hey. All right. Oh man, are you cooking?
I did.
Oh, it smells good.
Oh.
I just got really hungry. Whatever my wife made smells delicious. Let's see, intelligence. That wasn't me like dropping a hint or anything. I was just making a comment on the fact that I need to eat after this because it is 11:20. I've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. Wow. Let's go ahead, give him some magic and religion. Yeah, does that work? Let's go with history instead of magic. He's not an actual wizard. He's a prophet. I'll give him those additional spells. Now, wizard spells take a long time, so I'm just going to, like, breeze through this. We're going to add some cantrips. He's all about divination and stuff like that. And so, I don't know, Mind Sliver, sure. Honestly, I don't really know what to do here. Prestidigitation, light. I don't know this story as well as I know the other ones. I need to dive into the book of Daniel. Give him some dancing lights as well. All right, and I know that wizards get a ton of spells. We're just gonna go with the 10. Animal friendship. Hey, don't let those lions kill you. Let's divine some things. Let's just get all those divination spells. Sure, let's speak with animals. What the heck? All right, that's 5. I'm just gonna go ahead and click some of these. Locate object, mind spike. Yeah, sure, mind spike. What the heck? See invisibility. Don't really need that. I'm gonna lean really heavy into these divination spells. Clairvoyance. And are there more divination spells in level 3? Tongues. Yeah, sure. Let's speak in tongues. Is that 10? Hey, it's 11. All right. That's good enough in my book, my spell book. Ayo. Let's go ahead and we'll leave comprehend languages because we're going to prepare tongues. And it'll still show up as a ritual spell. All right, I believe with the equipment, that's going to be it. We'll give him a staff. We'll give him a focus of a staff. And then, let's see, scholar. He's more of a scholar than anything else. Staff, quarterstaff, backpack. All right, and here's Daniel. Not much in the way of armor class. That's fine. If you're playing a wizard and you can play smart, then you'll get by with a 9 armor class just fine. I actually did it in a campaign, and took very little damage because I stayed away, played a scribe wizard, and was able to extend the distance on my spells. It was pretty cool. But this is Daniel, straight out of the lion's den. So he's going to be able to hit some stuff with the staff, but more importantly, he is going to be able to tell you the future and get buff doing it along the way. So that is Daniel for our Bible Bros number 7, which would have been cool to stop there because 7 is the number of completion because of the 7th day of creation, God resting. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to go all the way to 9 because I am not God and I like to have a nice even grid. We're going to jump over to the New Testament now. And we are going, no, to not copy link. We're going to create an unassigned character for Peter, one of Jesus' closest disciples. Checking on the stream here. Doing all right. The connection is excellent, which is always good. Let's go ahead and check our boxes. And we are going to make Peter. Now, Peter was called by Jesus when he was a fisherman. And he says, Jesus says, I'm going to make you a fisher of men. So Jesus likes puns. I don't know if that translates perfectly in Aramaic or Greek, which the Bible was originally written in, at least the New Testament. Aramaic, was it written in Aramaic? I don't know. What was the? I'm gonna Google that right now. What language was the Gospels written in? That's bad English, but you know what? All Greek, with an Aramaic source text for portions of the New Testament. Because they spoke Aramaic at the time. Aha. Cool. Learning and knowledge. Fun. Let's go ahead and make him a human. Surprise, surprise. And let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the very first, just regular standard human. And this should be interesting. Language. What language should he speak? I don't know. Oh, that's a great question. Let's see who Rome was in charge at the time, and so I don't know. Islamic. That's like a higher power sort of thing, right? Magic people overlooking Knights of Salami. I don't know. Okay, what did I put down? He is going to be a fighter because he is very quick to jump into action. He's kind of a hothead and cuts a dude's ear clean off. And Jesus is like, hey, wow, don't do that. For the background, I'm going to choose Fisher, another one that I just unlocked recently. And he gets another language. Fun. Let's... he doesn't need Celestial because he he talks to Jesus directly. I don't know. That sounds kind of Islamic. Astarian. That sounds Islamic. So history and survival. So he's going to be able to fish, harvest the water. Cool. Let's go ahead. Give him some abilities. He gets a +1 in everything from being a human. And I don't like odd numbers, so let's try our best to even this out. Let's just go ahead and start with a bunch of 11s across the board. And then we'll go ahead and adjust from there. Really giving you a peek behind the scenes in my process. Let's see. And then let's see if we can bump strength up. We have 9 points to give away. So this will be interesting. Put a 13 there. And maybe he has some initiative, so we'll bump that to 13. We have 5 points left. I'm not liking the way this is going. Okay, I'll give him a 15 in strength, and we have 1 point left over. You know what? Do I want to leave it there? I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I'm just going to leave the point there, even though that is going to bug me. All right. Let's go ahead and give him a fighting style. He is a duelist and some proficiencies. Let's go with athletics. And let's see, perception. Because he's on a boat, so he can get some sailor type of stuff. All right, and we are going to then give him an archetype. He's going to be a samurai, so that he can get advantage on cutting people's ears off. Let's give him a skill. We'll give him persuasion, because he does persuade a lot of people to believe in Jesus. And yeah, I guess fighting spirit. Let's see. Does he need to go over here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll make him level 7 so that he can be very elegant with his speech. Okay, let's go ahead and bump his strength. And, ooh, I hear more cooking. Strength. All right, and that should put us at 20 for our boy Peter. Yeah, okay. Cool. I don't like this one. I don't like it. What if we did this, and then we did this, and then we'll bump that up to 8 to get this ability score improvement, feat, and athlete. Yeah. Increased dexterity. Sure. Climbing the boat stuff. Running up to slash people. Or running away. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. This is the first one that I've had some struggle with. But hey, we ended up with all even numbers. That is good. And, oh man, okay. I'm actually going to swap these. He's going to be more charismatic. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. Peter. Fisherman Peter. Peter. Pumpkin eater. I kind of like that guy. I think I'm going to save that for the next one, though. Maybe this guy's Peter. I am pretty content with that. I think that is going to be good. Yeah, I'm going to leave that there. There's Peter. He's like, hey, let me get my sword out and slash a dude's ear off. He's known for a lot more than that. He also is like, hey, it's cool to eat pigs now. Bacon for everyone. Let's give him a long sword to slash a dude's ear off. And we'll give him 2 hand axes. What the heck? And he'll explore around. And let's see. Yeah, he'll hold on to his favorite fishing lure. Cool. Give him his shield. Hey, he has a net. He's going to be a fisher of men. Fisher of people. All right. That is going to be it for Peter. He is our human fighter. Jumping into action. Got a solid +2 to initiative. Gonna be slashing dudes' ears off one-handed. And eventually he gets crucified upside down. Because he's dramatic. And he's like, don't crucify me in the same way as Jesus. Alright, that is going to be it for Peter, our fisherman. Man-fisher. Claim that. And that will be number 8. Our final build is going to be Paul, who was formerly known as Saul, but not really. Stay tuned. I'll explain that. Let's go ahead and create our last unassigned character. Get this bottle out of here. We're making Saul Paul. It's commonly taught in children's ministry that his name was changed from Saul to Paul, but that's not actually in the Bible. And so I don't know where we got that. We just start referring to him differently. And so I think his name was Saul, but he was nicknamed Paul or something like that. I don't know. He was a Pharisee who is a religious leader in first century Israel. And the Pharisees were not very fair, you see. That's how I remember that. They were very legalistic. But he ends up having an encounter with Jesus and turning his life around, stops persecuting Christians, and becomes one himself. And then all of the Christians are like, hold up, I don't trust this guy. He just killed my best friend. And rightly so. And then Paul goes and plants a ton of churches all around Asia and in the Middle East. And so it's actually a really cool transformation story. However, his name does not transform. But Paul is he's definitely a far traveler. So let's see if we can get a map emoji for him. Do we want a map? Yeah, that's cool. I have a map. You can see it in the background of some of the stuff that I do for the church. In our studio, I actually have a map of Paul's missionary journeys, and it is really cool. I really like it. And so we're going to build Paul, and he is going to be a far traveler. And so we'll get there to his background. But first and foremost, he's going to be a human. And so we are going to, let's see. Yeah, okay. I could make him a making human. I think he was a tent maker or something like that to fund his missionary journeys. But I think we are, or maybe that was Peter. Was that Peter or was that Paul? We're just going to make him a regular human, but I'm going to look that up. Was Paul tent maker Bible? Yeah, he did have a tent making ministry. Okay, was Peter a tent maker? Nope, it was Paul. All right, I was right. It was Paul. All right. Don't need that. All right. Languages. What language is he going to speak? He's from the Roman Empire. Which one did I choose? Roman? I chose Salamic. He's a Roman citizen, so he's going to speak Roman. Let's go over to the description, and we are going to get our far traveler background. And so let's see, he gets to he does sing in prison. Let's I'm thinking of giving him the drum because there is an earthquake. I think that fits. He gets another language. Great. Which I went with an Astarian. That's what I did for Israeli. I don't even know where that comes from. All right, time to go with this again. Let's see. We're going to increase his wisdom and his charisma very high. And he was a Pharisee. He was trained in the scriptures, and so we're going to do that. And we're going to try and make these even. And it's not going to go well. Okay. Let's see. What if I lower his charisma down just a little bit? Will that give us... No, that's not going to help. Humans are fun. Humans are good if you're rolling stats, but if you're doing point buy, it's a little challenging. Okay, let's just move this back up. And I'll figure out where to put that point later. Check my note. And he is going to be a cleric because he goes around spreading the gospel. And he is going to be a peace cleric because he was once violent, but he has turned away to the way of peace. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give him persuasion, and let's give him religion. And then he gets an extra skill. Sure, performance for speaking to large groups of people, I think. Let's see. And... I don't know. I don't know what to do here. Turn undead. Balm of Peace. To heal people. Sure, let's just make him level 2. He's gonna help out with some healing. We'll bump up to level 4 so I can get an ability score improvement and figure out what to do with the extra points here. Fun fact, he almost died several times. He was shipwrecked more than once and was stoned on several occasions. And so he probably went from being very handsome, well-renowned Pharisee to a very disfigured, outcast Christian apostle. Let's see. Maybe we make him a skill expert. And that'll help with that extra points. Let's put this point somewhere. Let's see. I'm gonna lower down his strength and then bump up his dexterity. That's the word I'm looking for. Oh, no, I can't do that. Okay. So, and he does almost die a lot. So, nope, still can't do that. This is fun. I'm having a great time. Okay. And then we have 2 points. There we go. All right. I'm content with that. And we will increase his dexterity with this. Dexterity, and he gets proficiency with a skill. History, I think, would probably be best. Yep, history. And we are going to give him expertise in persuasion. Optional features, additional spells, Harness Divine Power, and Cantrip Versatility. For spells, cantrips, guidance. Yes, light. Yes. Maybe we spare the dying and use thaumaturgy to make our voice boom so people can hear us. The Lord bless you and keep you. Let's go ahead and detect evil and good so we know when we need to cast out a demon. And let's protect ourselves from evil and good. Let's see. We'll borrow some knowledge. We will enhance some abilities. Perform some miracles with lesser restoration. And yeah, do a prayer of healing. I think that's on theme. All right. Let's see. Final one for Paul. Is there a disfigured looking guy? Or maybe a handsome guy. Depends on where in the timeline we're looking at. That guy's kind of like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Oh, no, I like this guy. Did we use that guy already? I don't know. But I like it. Hopefully it's not a duplicate. Give him some equipment. Sure, he'll carry around a mace, but he's not going to use it. Scale mail and a simple weapon. Let's give him a quarter staff to walk around with. And let's see. We'll give him a reliquary. Reliquary. I don't know how to pronounce that. And a priest pack. And he will be proficient with the drum. He can play that in prison. Shield, scale mail, quarter staff, mace, backpack, and alms box. Let's go ahead and look at the Apostle Paul. Here he is, our level 4 peace cleric, who is going to cast some spells, but they're all going to be beneficial because he's a peaceful dude now, and he doesn't like stoning people. Would have been hilarious if he had access to magic stone, though. That would have been very bad. But that is Paul. Let's go ahead and add him to our Bible bros. We will claim him officially. And here we are. These are our D&D Bible builds. We have Jacob, Adam, Peter, Moses, David, Samson, Paul, Noah, and Daniel. So I'm going to go ahead and check on the stream once more. Looking good. And I'm going to bring up OBS so that I can go ahead and look like this. Wow, I sank a lot. There we go. Wow. Interesting. I didn't even notice that because the when I'm in the lower corner, it's pretty small. But here I am, and there you are. Those are our 9 Bible Bros character builds, clocking in at an hour and 43 minutes, just about, to get all those done. I'm not really sure what next week's stream will be, but I do have the capture card set up and was able to test it with some Skyrim, and so we'll see. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe not. We'll see. I don't know, but I think that's going to be all that we have for day. That's all that we have for today. Leave a like, subscribe. You know the drill. That's all I've got for now. I will catch you guys in the next video.